Hello everybody, I'm TychoCelchuuu on the internet and we're casting a live game of Company Heroes 2 being played as we speak an auto match between Tieflieger, playing as the Soviets, the German sounding name of playing as the Soviets, versus Crazyman64335 trademark, playing as the OKW. And we're on Colonie Ferma, so Colonie Ferma winter, although the difference between winter and spring is somewhat minimal these days, now that Relic thankfully got rid of all the blizzards and the deep snow and the cold tech and all the other things that they thought were going to make the game impressive. I hope we see another ISU 152 game today, says Courage Eagle. We'll find out. Do we have an ISU 152 Doctrine waiting in the wings? Not right now. So if it's going to be one of these games today, it's not going to be this one. We have two IL-2 Sturmovik attack doctrines, so that's all the rage these days. And we already have Luftwaffe ground forces chosen, so not surprising anybody. These things get picked so early. Why do they do that? Is it so that they don't misclick at some? Because I've misclicked and chosen my doctrine once or twice before. So maybe it's to avoid that. Volks is hopping in the building real early to fight off the conscripts, and that's all the fighting. One parting shot from the conscripts, it seems like. We have the dance in and out of the building. Looks like they're not just gonna try and hold place till an MG34 or something comes out. Sometimes you see people try and get there pretty quick. How much fuel is it for a truck? 15, yeah, so we're not going super quick truck for super quick MG34. I feel like I haven't seen that in a long time. People just go Kubels if they want something like that. And we don't have a fast Maxim either. The engineers are out on the field building some wire. Oop, they got shot while they're building it, but luckily it's Sturm Pioneers at longest range, so I guess the accuracy isn't high enough to nail them and do some huge damage. And they do make it to the building, to the church. Oh, we have fast Molotovs. We're 2 minutes in, and we have Molotovs already from the Soviet player, so that's to keep the German player out of these houses, mostly, and also to force him out of cover and so on and so forth. But we'll see if we have conscripts go in, not on that north. It looks like the Soviets going to try and go for this cutoff. They're concentrating so many of their forces around here in the forward point. There's no reason to do that if you're not looking to get this cutoff in. Yep, here we go. Soviet player is making it happen. The cutoff is going, and now we'll have to see how the German responds. Where the Sturm Pioneers? So the Sturm Pioneers are here. Oof. Fuck, they're getting picked off by these guys. So the Sturm Pioneers are here. They gotta maybe not hang out in red cover. I guess they can take on the combat engineers no matter what, as long as the combat engineers are running away. It's not like they can fire back the Sturm Pioneers anyways. So we have the cutoff affected. It's almost being capped. We'll see if these Volksgrenadiers... It's interesting the Volksgrenadiers did not try and charge into capture point. Obviously they're not the best at fighting close range like that, but at this point, when you're this close, it's, I think, within the close range damage anyway, so you might as well get into the capture zone and stop the cap from going down. But you don't want to be, I guess, point blank against the conscripts. They get even more accurate there. Hello, all, says Surprise Me 101. Good evening, gentlemen and ladies, says Feihu. Cool, cool, everybody's here. Everybody who matters is here. And we have the teching already going on from the OKW. So we have the first truck out after some 4 Volksgrenadiers. For people on YouTube wondering why I'm talking to people, it's because I'm shoutcasting this on Twitch right now. So if you're watching on YouTube after the fact, go ahead and find my Twitch channel, which I'm sure is linked somewhere in the video description. And you too can watch these things live as they happen, as the excitement unfolds. These conscripts getting really hurt, but their only job, I thought their only job was going to be to cap this cutoff, which the German player managed to get, but instead they did run away, and this is not working out at all. You're not in cover at all. They're both in green cover, and now the Russian player's on the back foot. Got a nice early cutoff, but that has been remedied, and now the German is not just getting the cutoff, but also getting the fuel, and oof, Russians are going to be pushed off here. These Sturm Pioneers can easily run over these conscripts. Look at this. See, they lost one model already. They'll lose another. That was a nice little chase. They stopped moving for a while just to get a quick one more burst before the conscripts got out of territory. And these Molotovs are not paying off in terms of early map control for the Soviets. The map is turning very, very blue. Jesus, it's getting pretty cold out here. Everything's turning blue. Extremities are falling off. People are getting frostbite. They're eating each other. There's cannibalism going on. Cannibalism, that horrible crime. I guess it's really not so bad. This is the killing the people that's bad. Eating them, it's just like, well, what are you going to do with them if you don't eat them, right? Nothing else useful you can do with a body. Maybe turn it into ashes and then compact those ashes into a diamond and then wear the diamond around and be like, this is my enemy. This diamond is the ashes of my enemy, forged in the pressure of combat. Or a machine, mostly, not really combat. Anyways, we've got the teching, we've got this thing, medics are coming out first, and we'll have to see what's the Soviet player doing tech-wise. Oh, these engineers are just hanging out there, so it's not like they can be building a tech building. Anyways, we did have Tier 2 built at some point, while I wasn't looking. Interesting grenade, nice. Flame grenade catches a conscript, I guess. They were low enough health that the flame critical triggered, and these Volks Grenadiers are bosses. They're just winning that fight. I don't want to look down there. That's less exciting. Let's look back up here. The Volks Grenadiers have been behind green cover being shot at by these conscripts the whole time. And notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4, looks like 4 windows that can shoot down at those Volks Grenadiers. So they've been taking a lot of fire. But that green cover, I guess, makes a big difference. We got STGs on the Volks Grenadiers. Oh, Fehu has followed on Twitch. Thanks, Fehu. Yes, my follower count grows. I feel like I'm incapable of mentioning my follower count on Twitch without saying it should be as high as my sub count on YouTube. That is my goal. If you're watching this on YouTube, go follow on Twitch. Do it. Because once I do that, the world is, the sky's the limit. Are we getting sandbags here? It's kind of a weird, what are you gonna, who's ever gonna be shooting from this direction? Whatever. They're pushed off. That's what you get for building those sandbags. Should have built them like right here. I don't know. I guess build them right here. Obviously, that's the trick. That's the place. That's the spot. That's the zone. The sandbag zone. And look, it's MG34. So earlier I was wondering about a quick MG34, and that's what we got. That's the first tech shot. What the fuck happened to this thing? Jesus, it's like it got damaged so much that it reverted to the low quality model or something, the level of detail model. Ooh, Fallschirmjäger. Are we gonna get Fallschirmjäger? How much? They're down to 380, so they're not as expensive as they used to be. They used to be a dank 420. Now they're just 380. Are we gonna see? Oh wait, no, we just spent reinforcing. I was like, where'd the manpower go? It went to reinforcing these terrible Volks Grenadiers. Terrible Volks Grenadiers. They don't even have the STGs. All the folks with the STGs don't have any vet. Whereas the folks with the vet, the 13 kill folks with the vet, don't have STGs. How unfair is that? Those Volks Grenadiers had better unionize quick, fast. I guess they don't want to unionize because they're fighting the communists. They're like, unionization is communism. It's socialism. And we will not become like our enemies. We have another tech truck out. That was fast. So that's going to be tier 4 maybe? That's what people always get with their second tech truck. They don't always get it. Sometimes it's tier 3, but tier 4 is the big one, and tier 4 would be nice on the cutoff. That's going to be a while before the Soviet player has anything that can challenge a tier 4 to try and make that cutoff happen. And if your cutoff is safe, whereas you can sort of attack the opponent's cutoff like this, look at these aggressive Volks Grenadiers with their STGs, they've got their own vet one. Yeah, if you can feel safe attacking your opponent's cutoff like that, things will be looking pretty good. So the German player doing not too bad in this match. The Soviet player is certainly hanging on. It's not curtains for the Soviet yet. And we do have 80 fuel in the bank, so if we see some... Look at that retreat path. Haven't seen that one in a long time. That tree's also being dismantled. Exciting. A lot of exciting stuff going on. So yeah, Soviet player's not out of this yet, but definitely on the back foot. And we'll have to see some sort of Soviet teching, I think, to come back into this, because what they've got right now is not holding up very well. We'll have to see how the machine gun fight goes, though. Typically, a Maxim's going to win this just because it has more people. I think does a bit more damage too as a substitute for not doing as much suppression, but mostly it's having 6 people in the squad. Hello Tycho, says Captain Wolf 587. Hello Captain Wolf. Hello everybody. Razor wire completed. Where's that? Ooh, sneaky. Now you cannot use the sandbags. And down to 400 VPs for the Soviets, so things are getting a little scary. We have another Maxim coming out. Interesting choice. We don't have a doctrine chosen yet. We don't have anywhere near the manpower to tech anywhere yet, so that fuel's just going to sit unused. Or we're going to see maybe AT grenades. Not yet. Waiting for a vehicle to come out. We did see tier 4, by the way, on the cutoff, as I correctly predicted. I don't really get many brownie points for that because that was an easy prediction, but still, I'm going to go ahead and pat myself on the back. Good stuff. Maybe scratch my shoulder blades too, because they're kind of itchy. When will we see the Fallschirmjägers? I was promised Fallschirmjägers, because why else would you go this doctrine There's nothing else in it. Give me my Fallschirmjägers. I guess there's the scout plane. That's not a terrible thing. But I want Fallschirmjägers. Stop losing Volksgrenadiers so that you stop having to reinforce Volksgrenadiers so that you have more manpower so that you can call in these guys. I want them. I crave the Fallschirmjägers. Give them to me. This is going to be nice green cover for taking on this building. Yeah, these Volksgrenadiers are just going to nestle gently into there. What's the Maxim firing at? Oh, Sturm Pioneers. Interesting. That fight will go on for another 20 minutes if nobody interferes. But it's going to fill our ears with the sound of Maxim firing. Don't know if I can handle that for another 20 minutes. Ooh, we got Guards rifle. Oh, we picked our doctrine. Nothing's happening yet, but maybe PPSHs? Not yet. Surprise Me 101 says, give me the flak position thing. Oh, yeah, nobody's gonna build that. I feel like they tried to fix it in the patch, right? Did they do anything to the flak things either in the latest patch or before that to make it less easy to decrew? Because you could previously just walk up and immediately decrew it and that was like shit. But they're still terrible, so nobody built them. It's the Maxim... Oh, well, of course it's still firing at the Sturm Pioneers because they hopped out. That was a nice grenade. What was this? The Molotov. Yeah, that was a nice somebody's grenade. Gimme, you got the stuff. It wasn't a grenade. It was an infantry support. I was like, somebody's got a grenade, but I don't know where they get it. The Sturm Pioneers get it with the doctrine? No, it was the infantry support gun. Hopefully you corrected that in my head before I corrected it on the screen. If not, then you have much to learn. Give me my Fallschirmjägers. I guess you gotta recruit over here. Nope, you don't. You got the manpower. Do it. Wasabi 7. Can't hear any gunshots. I'll turn up the game sound a bit. It seems very tough to balance. Every time I fiddle with this shit, it's like people are like, I cannot hear you or I can't hear the game. There's gotta be a sweet spot there, but we'll never discover it. And Rydong says flak suppresses and doesn't decrew, I think. It doesn't get decrewed, period? Like you can't decrew it ever? That is a bit of a buff. Still, nobody's ever going to build it, but... So I guess it's just a machine gun bunker now, right? Like, suppresses people, can't get decrewed. I want to see it. Shoot my 42. Nice grenade. Maxim's at half health, so you really got to hop out once a flame grenade goes in, because if you're at that low health, that's when the burning starts to burn. It really starts to burn. You earn that burn. Oof, see, look at that. Oh, God, the squad is down. Not too tough to recruit that thing with conscripts, but still a pain in the ass. And you lose all the vet. Those guys got owned. They don't even have PPSHs in that building. Are we going to see any... Yeah, Russian player has yet to use any aspect of the chosen doctrine, but that's okay. You just click it. Oh, wait, yes, I lied. They pop PPSHs just in time to get killed. What a waste. What a shame. How much does it cost, says Surprise Me 101, the flak emplacement? That's a good question. I don't think we can tell. You can't open up the build thing, but some manpower and maybe some fuel? I don't know. I haven't built one, like, ever, so I don't really know what they cost. Captain Wolf 587, hate flaks, they're hard to destroy when playing as Brits. Interesting. Oh, look, we have the recon thing. Oh, no, not the recon thing, it's Fallschirmjägers. What the fuck happened? Soviet player quits. The Soviet player sees Fallschirmjägers falling and is like, Jesus, these shadows... Oh, it's not just the shadows, we can see the mem. Yeah, sees the shadows falling and is like, I lose. So that was a nice, quick, brutal little match. The lesson here is the Soviets... Why did they lose? Why did the Soviets lose? Well, you'll have to go back and watch the video to find out. I don't really know. They just lost too many squads. It might just be losing too many squads and not being able to tech up. They've got the fuel, but their engineers... Oh, their engineers got killed at some point, so they weren't able to easily tech up. That's annoying. You gotta buy a new squad, wait for it to build, etc. Well, the end.